Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan. And it seems like the mainstream media has finally caught up to the disastrous train wreck that is the upcoming Miles Morales Thor What If comics. Now, I saw these images released months ago, and I thought they looked incredibly racist and incredibly creatively bankrupt. But I didn't understand why these people who seem to champion diversity had nothing to say on the subject of these images that I'm going to be showing you in a second. But Miles Morales' entire history has been based off moral and creative bankruptcy, which is just slap a new coat of paint on something people like and sell it to them, and if they don't like them, call them names. That has been his entire marketing campaign. That has been his entire character. He recreated the backstory of Peter Parker. He's reliving the clone saga of Peter Parker currently, and then he recreated the What If of Wolverine. He's been Captain America. Now he's being Thor. He's just a creatively bankrupt character that has very little to his own name that isn't stolen from other characters. And that is a problem with woke characters, is he's just literally a slap of paint put on Peter Parker and now Thor, and you're supposed to love him and be called racist. I think that's incredibly racist, that they're just like, ooh, let's race swap this one and you have to love him and then change nothing else about the character. I think that's incredibly racist, and I've been calling it out for a long time on this channel, and I've been calling out these specific images that people are finally catching up on and realizing that are incredibly racist. I don't know why it took them so long to realize how racist the stuff that Marvel is creating with Miles Morales as Thor is, and really all their other stuff as well. But especially the Thor stuff is egregiously bad. If you want more information on why I think there's a major problem with Miles Morales as a woke character, check out my problem with woke characters video, which will be linked above. It breaks it down a little bit more. But we're going to look at these images again and see why these people are finally catching on to it and finally realizing what the problem is with Miles Morales, and especially with his new Thor appearance. So I got this article here from Indie 100. I'm not too familiar with their website, but they do have a bunch of tweets together, people freaking out. So every time I reread this Miles Morales comics, I find more fucked up shit. What the hell? Why did anyone approve this Marvel? Are there no blacks at Marvel? And just look at that image, his costume, the graffiti. We're going to get a better shot of his hammer soon, but it's just really racist, his outfit and everything, and some of the stuff he says. And, I don't like how that person put this comment, but it's an accurate comment of like, what the hell? Marvel, Disney, they're all these companies that I put up as woke paragons of virtue are incredibly racist. And I've been calling that out for a long time, but then I get called racist for calling them out. Disney, how many times have they done racist shit when it comes to Black Panther in China or John Boyega in China? Now they've done this. Why is it that they have to be defended when I call them out, but when these people call them out, Disney has to hide? It's just a weird double standard that I'm not okay with. But yeah, we have a couple more images here. So here's a closer look at that cover. A lot of graffiti everywhere. They're just like, ooh, black people like graffiti. Let's put graffiti in. We'll be paragons of virtue. This will be great for Black History Month. These people are retarded at Disney. And then we got a few closer shots of individual stuff. Nothing crazy. All the 5 realms Asgard in his hood for Miles. You can see he's just that good. Oh God, talking about the hood, of course. I'm reading some of these and they're awful. I didn't realize it was this bad. Okay, so yeah, just a lot of racist shit. See, graffiti has to be everywhere. These comments made hammer time. And yeah, see, he even puts graffiti on Mjolnir. And I don't get why it took so long. And look, he's wearing Jordans. It's like, black people like Jordans. Black people like graffiti. Let's put them together. People are so fucking dumb. And I just really am surprised it took people this long to figure all this out. And so, yeah, we have this guy, Marvel Comics writer. Okay, so if Miles Morales was Thanos, he would collect the Infinity Rocks into an Infinity Chain, or bling, to unleash a devastating wave of check on all living life forms, capping anyone without enough drip. Marvel editor, I'm going to let you do everything about this. That sounds exactly like the conversation that was had in the writing room. And it's not cool. It's not cool. And I can't believe that it took them this long. I still can't get over that. They're finally catching up to how bad this stuff is. And I've been calling this out, and Eric July's been calling this out for even longer than I have. And it's just really, really bad, this type of stuff that they're doing. It's like when Obama became president, they're like, we need to make a young Obama for the comic books. But we we're not smart enough to come up with our own characters. Let's make Black Peter Parker. Ooh, that's awesome. Ooh, Thor, he's popular right now. Let's paint him black and call him Miles Morales. Oh my god. Well, what about his costume? We don't have enough creativity to give him a cool costume. What do black people like? They like hoodies, Jordans, and graffiti. Black Thor's right there. I just can't believe these creative circles are this dumb. And so, yeah, and there's a point here, I can't seem to find the actual comic strip, but at one point he says, by Odin's fade. By Odin's fade. Not like by Odin's wrath or anything that was cool about the Thor comics or Norse mythology or something you'd say in Odin's name. No, he's going to say, by Odin's fade. That is really racist. I'm sorry. Why did it take them so long? These people are stupid if it took them this long to realize how bad this stuff is in relation to racism, Marvel, and Disney as a whole. It really should have happened a lot sooner because I noticed it a lot sooner. Here it is. Mjolnir, by Odin's fade, I command you, shield this lost son of Freya from your might as your grace flows through him. It is so bad. So, yeah, they're finally calling it out, and it's about damn time because this stuff is incredibly racist, and it's par for the course for Disney. I hope these people start to realize how bad Disney and a lot of these other woke companies are. It's that they're incredibly hypocritical when it comes to stuff like this. They use these woke virtue signals as ways to cover up their morally bankrupt systems. Like Mulan, they filmed next to a camp you concentrate in, thank that camp you concentrate in the entire province, and then anyone who criticized the movie or that, they're just like, oh, you just don't like Asian people. That's all this isn't about. This is about covering up their worst misdeeds. Like Nike, they pretend to be woke so that you don't think about the child slave labor that they have. It's just, they're hypocritical. And when I call them out, I'm called all the names in the books. When these people call them out, they're called brave and stunning. I think that is incredibly disrespectful double standard that shouldn't exist. If you're saying accurate stuff, it shouldn't matter who you are, what you look like, or what your political leanings may or may not be. The truth is still the truth no matter who's saying it, but at least they're catching up to how bad this is and how bad a lot of the other Miles Morales stuff is. I hope that they start to realize that, Black Wolverine as Miles Morales is racist too, and Black Spider-Man as Miles Morales is racist too, because Marvel doesn't think he's good enough as his own character to be his own character. He has to be a copy of this, he has to be a copy of that, he has to just steal from other characters to have any sort of relevance. Until Marvel realize that they're wrong and realize any differently, they're going to continue to make stuff like this. So hopefully these people who took this long to figure this out will start to realize that Miles Morales was never his own character. And that in and of itself is incredibly racist. And it's about time people started to notice what me, Eric July, and others like us have been saying about Miles Morales for a long time. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.